Hello and welcome. We are happy you are here to learn with us. This week, many important things happened in different countries. We want to share these stories with you. This news summary will cover several topics from the past week. First, we will talk about leaders. We will learn about new people in charge in some nations. We will hear about their plans for their countries and their people. It is good to know who is leading important countries. Next, we will look at money and jobs. Money is important for everyone. We will discuss news about banks and the economy. We will also see how businesses are doing and if people have work. Money changes can affect many people. After that, we will discuss safety. Countries try to keep their people safe. We will learn how countries protect themselves and work for peace. We will also talk about any dangers or problems that happened this week. Then, we will explore new ideas in science and technology. People are always making new things and learning more. We will share some amazing new inventions. We will also look at discoveries that could change how we live or help people. We will also talk about our planet, Earth. It is important to take care of our world. We will hear news about the environment. This includes information about nature and any problems our planet faces. We will also mention what people are doing to help. Join us to hear about these events. We will tell you these stories in simple language so they are easy to understand. Let's learn together what happened around the world this week. 2. Leaders and countries. Many countries have new leaders or are making important choices about their leaders. These leaders have big plans for their countries. In Germany, there is a new chancellor. His name is Friedrich Merz. He is 69 years old. Mr. Merz said he wants Germany to be strong. He wants the country to have freedom and good businesses. Germany is a very important country in Europe. Other European countries, like those in NATO and the European Union (EU), watch Germany closely. Mr. Merz also said he wants to help Ukraine and make sure Germany supports its security. He became chancellor after 2 votes in the parliament. His government will need to work together on big topics like helping Ukraine and trade. Canada also has a new leader. His name is Mark Carney, and he is 63 years old. He is the leader of the Liberal Party. Mr. Carney said that Canada needs to change with the world. He wants Canada to be strong with its money and trade. He believes Canada should trade with many different countries, not just one main partner. He said it is important to have more friends in Europe and Asia for trade. Mr. Carney also promised to spend money on clean energy and new roads and buildings. His government is a minority government, which means he will need to work with other parties. In the United Kingdom, the leader is Prime Minister Keir Starmer. He is working closely with leaders from Europe. They met in London. They talked about making trade better between the UK and the European Union. This is important after Brexit. Mr. Starmer and the European leaders want to forget past arguments. They want to make a new plan that helps create jobs and helps businesses grow. The UK government plans to follow some EU rules for making products and for services. This will help make trade across the channel easier. They also want to make it easier for young people to travel and work. Romania is getting ready to choose a new president. There will be an important election soon on May 18. 2 main people are in the final vote. One is George Simeon. He is the leader of a nationalist party. The other is Nikusur Dan. He is the current mayor of Bucharest and is more central. The people of Romania will vote to decide who will lead their country. This election is very important for Romania's future. The country currently has an interim prime minister. Australia also had an election. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese won again. His Labour Party will lead the country. Mr. Albanese said his government will focus on helping people with the cost of living. This means they want to make things like food and housing less expensive. He also said they will work hard to protect nature and use more clean energy. Mr. Albanese was happy with the win and said Australians showed they want him to continue his work on health care and renewable energy. Around the world, leaders are making many plans. They are thinking about peace and how countries can work together. Some leaders are trying to solve problems between nations. They are also discussing trade and how to keep everyone safe. Every new government is thinking about how to protect its country and help its people in these changing times. They know it is important to have good relationships with other countries. 3. Money and jobs. The main bank in the USA, the Federal Reserve, decided on May 7th to keep interest rates the same. These rates affect how much it costs to borrow money. The U.S. economy was a bit slow earlier in the year, partly due to new trade rules. However, many people still have jobs. In April, about 177,000 new jobs were created, and not many people were without jobs. Prices for things are not rising as quickly. The head of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, said they are being careful. He worries new trade rules could increase prices. If prices continue to go down, interest rates might be lowered later in 2025. In Europe, the European Central Bank is also watching its economy. Prices there rose by 2.2% in April. Many experts think the bank will make borrowing money cheaper in June. Europe's economy is not very strong, especially in Germany, its largest economy. German factories have made less and sold fewer goods abroad for 3 years. Lowering interest rates could help European businesses grow. China is working to help its businesses. On May 7th, China's main bank made it cheaper for other banks to borrow money. This was the first time since last September. The goal is to help businesses get money more easily because people in China are not buying as much. Prices for goods are not rising much, and factory prices are even falling. China's economy is slower due to weaker trade and problems with property. The government is also helping electric car and green energy companies sell more abroad. A new trade rule in the United States caused a surprise. On May 6th, President Trump announced a very high tax of 100% on movies and TV shows from other countries. This will make foreign films much more expensive in the USA. The president said this rule is to protect American movie makers. Movie companies in Hollywood were worried. Filmmakers fear other countries might create similar taxes on American movies. South Korea and Australia said they would protect their film industries. Experts are concerned this could cause bigger trade problems. The UK government is making plans to help its economy, especially after Brexit. On May 5th, Chancellor Jeremy Hunt announced support for businesses to invest and grow. Some business taxes will also be lower. Prices in the UK are rising more slowly, by about 3%, and people are buying more in shops. The Bank of England is likely to keep interest rates as they are until prices slow down more. Around the world, countries are carefully watching their economies and trade. Australia's bank, for example, kept its interest rates the same, noting steady growth but also thinking about housing costs. Oil prices were around $82 a barrel. Gold was expensive as people buy it when worried. The US dollar became stronger, making it harder for some countries to sell their goods. Generally, central banks are being cautious. They are watching trade issues and prices, and most are waiting before making big changes to interest rates. 4. Safety and danger. This week, India and Pakistan had serious problems. On May 6, 2025, India used missiles to attack places in Pakistan. India said this was a response to an April attack in Kashmir where bad people killed 26 Indian tourists. A group called Lashkar-e-Taiba claimed they did that attack. India's leader, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, said his country's missiles targeted only the bad people. However, Pakistan was very angry. They called it an attack and said they would fight back. Pakistan reported that 2 ordinary people died and a religious building was damaged. Both countries made their armies ready. The United Nations and other world leaders asked for calm. The situation is worrying because India and Pakistan have fought wars over Kashmir before. In the Middle East, there was more fighting. On May 4th, rebels in Yemen called Houthis fired a big missile towards Israel. It landed near an airport in Tel Aviv and almost hit passenger planes. Israel said they would attack back. So on May 6th, Israeli planes attacked places in Sana'a, Yemen's capital. Israel said they hit the airport and Houthi weapons storage. The Houthis called this an act of war and threatened to attack Israel again. Sana'a's airport had to close. This fighting worries many, as the war between Israel and Hamas seems to be spreading to Yemen. Nearby countries are asking for peace. Also on May 6th, the United States made a new announcement about Yemen. President Trump said America would stop its planes attacking Houthi rebels. This followed an agreement helped by Oman. The Houthis agreed to stop attacking ships in the Red Sea. In return, the U.S. will stop attacking Houthi areas. The U.S. called this a test period for peace. The Houthis said they will consider the U.S. offer. This is a big change as the U.S. was fighting the Houthis before. U.S. Navy ships will remain in the Red Sea to protect other vessels. The war in Ukraine continued. Ukraine's leader, President Zelensky, said on May 4th that peace with Russia might be possible. But he added that Russia's peace ideas were not good. President Zelensky asked other countries for more help. He announced Ukraine will get 1.8 million artillery shells in 2025 from friendly nations. On May 6th, he requested help to develop special drones. These drones could shoot down attack drones used by Russia. Ukraine can make many drones, but needs better ones to protect its cities. Fighting went on in eastern Ukraine. Russia attacked Kharkiv. Ukrainian drones also hit targets in Crimea. The United States decided to send more money to Ukraine for weapons. North Korea showed new, powerful weapons. On May 4th, leader Kim Jong-un visited an arms factory. He ordered the factory to make many new tanks. North Korea also showed new vehicles that can launch missiles. These missiles could carry nuclear bombs. It is the first time it is known this factory makes such missile vehicles. South Korea is worried about these weapons. The United States said North Korea's actions were not helpful. There was sad news from Africa. On May 2nd, militant groups in Mali attacked a United Nations (UN) aid convoy. These groups burned UN trucks and killed 2 aid workers. The aid workers were trying to help people. The UN strongly condemned this attack. France said it will increase actions against these groups. In Ethiopia, there was some fighting. But on May 6th, both sides agreed to move soldiers away from a town to stop more trouble. 5. New ideas in our Earth. A company called Neuralink is working on something amazing. They made a special chip that goes in the brain. This chip can help people who cannot speak. For example, if someone is very sick and cannot move their mouth to talk, this chip might help them. The chip reads what the person is thinking and helps a computer say the words. The government in the USA said this is a very important idea. Neuralink hopes to do more tests soon. This could be a big help for many people. In Texas, people who work for a company called SpaceX had a big vote. SpaceX builds rockets. These workers decided to make their own new city. The city will be called Starbase. It is where they build and launch their rockets. Now that it is a city, SpaceX can make its own rules there. This will help them build rockets faster. They plan to build a community center and other places for the workers and their families. The government also said SpaceX can launch more rockets from Starbase each year. Some people are worried about the new city. They worry about the land and nature. Scientists in the United Kingdom found a new way to recycle old things. They are working with parts from hydrogen fuel cells. These fuel cells help make clean energy, for example, for cars. But the old parts can be hard to recycle. The scientists are using sound to help. They use strong sound waves in water. This helps to take the fuel cell parts apart. Then they can use the good materials again, like special metals. This new idea is good because it uses fewer bad chemicals. It can help make clean energy even cleaner. There was sad news about our Earth from South Korea. Earlier this year, there were very big wildfires in South Korea. Many trees burned and some people died. Scientists studied these fires. They said that climate change made the fires much worse. The weather was hotter and drier than normal. This kind of weather makes it easy for fires to start and spread. The scientists said that because the Earth is getting warmer, big fires like these could happen more often in Korea and other places. Experts are also worried about the weather next year. A big company that helps pay for damage, called Swiss Re, shared its thoughts. They think that storms and floods will cause a lot of problems and cost a lot of money in the year 2025. They said these kinds of bad weather events are happening more often. This is partly because of climate change. It is also because more people are building homes in places where floods or fires can happen. This means more things get damaged when bad weather comes. The government in the United States made a new rule about pollution. Big companies make pollution when they make things in factories. Before, many big companies had to tell the government how much pollution they were making. Now the government says that many of these companies do not have to report this information. The government said this will help the companies, but some people are not happy. They say it will be harder to know how much pollution is going into the air. This could be bad for our Earth. 6. Fun times. The Met Gala was a big party in New York City on May 5th. Many famous people went. The theme of the party was tailored for you. This theme celebrated Black style in fashion. People wore amazing and interesting clothes. The singer Rihanna was there. She showed everyone that she is going to have another baby. This was big news. She wore a very dramatic hat and a cape. Another singer, Pharrell Williams, wore a special jacket with 15,000 pearls. Rapper Andre 3000 carried a small white piano. The party helps raise money for the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute. The actor Colman Domingo and the Formula One driver Lewis Hamilton helped lead the Met Gala. Many other stars were there too. Supermodels like Naomi Campbell and Irina Shayk attended. Actors like Zendaya and Adam Driver also went. Even the Prime Minister of the United States, Kamala Harris, was a guest. She talked with people from Hollywood about supporting the arts. The Met Gala is a very important event for fashion. It is also a place where people discuss important topics. The Costume Institute plans a new show about hip-hop fashion from the 1970s. There was also exciting news in movies and music. A new animated movie called Dragon Quest is very popular. A US company and a Chinese company made it together. Many people bought tickets to watch it online before it was in cinemas. People liked the beautiful pictures in the movie. In music, the British singer Adele announced a tour in Asia and the Pacific area. She will sing in cities like Tokyo and Sydney. Her new song with Maluma is doing well. The K-pop group Blackpearl also announced more concerts in Europe for the summer. Big entertainment companies are making new plans. Disney said it will buy part of a Chinese technology company. They want to make new online shows together. A new TV show on Netflix called Vanished in Rio became very popular. It is a true story about an event in Brazil, and many people in Latin America watched it. People in entertainment also talked about an important issue. May 3rd was World Press Freedom Day. TV channels and newspapers discussed why news reporters must be free and safe to do their jobs. Actors and directors also supported journalists. For example, actor Daniel Craig made a video about climate change. 7. People and news. On May 3rd, people remembered World Press Freedom Day. This day is about news reporters and their freedom to share news. Many groups talked about how important it is to keep journalists safe when they do their jobs. Reporters sometimes work in places that are not safe. Groups like UNESCO said that governments must help protect them. This year, people also talked about news made by computers and how to make sure all news is true. It was a sad time for many people because Pope Francis died. He was the leader of the Catholic Church. He came from Latin America. After he died, church leaders from all over the world came together in Vatican City. On May 7th, they started a very important meeting. This meeting is to choose a new pope. 133 important church leaders, called cardinals, met in a famous room. They make their decision in secret. Many people are waiting to hear who the new pope will be. A news report on May 4th talked about some people in the USA. It said that some Americans are thinking about moving to other countries. They are worried about politics in their country. They worry things might change in ways they do not like. The news said more Americans are trying to become citizens of other countries. They are looking for new places to live because of their worries. There was news from Asia about teaching languages in schools. On May 6th, China said there are new rules. These rules help keep the old cultures of small groups of people alive. For example, in one part of China, schools will teach more local languages. They learn these languages and the main Chinese language. In Taiwan, the president also made a new law. This law is important for the first people of Taiwan. It says their children can learn their own languages in public schools. In sports, big football teams in Europe played very important games. These games were part of the UEFA Champions League. On May 7th, Paris Saint-Germain, a French team, played against Arsenal, an English team. Paris Saint-Germain won. Now they will play in the final match on May 31st. Many people are excited to see which team will be the best. In Spain, the Real Madrid team also won their country's football competition. Many people in India love cricket. A big cricket competition, the Indian Premier League (IPL), is happening. Teams played important games. On May 2nd, the Royal Challengers Bangalore team won their game. A famous player, Virat Kohli, scored many points for this team. Because they won, this team will play in the next part of the competition. Fans are excited for the next games. Tennis players are getting ready for a big tournament. This tournament is in France. It is called the French Open. It starts on May 26th. Players train hard for these important games. For example, famous player Rafael Nadal is preparing. Fans watch these players. They want to know if the players are fit and ready. This tournament is very important in tennis. 8. The week ends. This week was full of activity. We heard about new leaders in several countries. They are making big plans and important choices for their people. These decisions can also change how countries work with each other around the world. Everyone hopes these leaders will bring good things. Money news was also important. Banks decided about the cost of borrowing money. This can help businesses or make things harder. Countries also looked at rules for trade, which is buying and selling things with other nations. These money matters affect jobs and how well economies grow. Safety in the world was a big topic. There are places with serious problems and worries about conflict. Leaders are talking to try and find peaceful answers. People everywhere hope for a safer world where families can live without fear. There was also good news about new ideas. Scientists are creating amazing new technologies that could improve our lives, especially in areas like health. We also thought about our planet, Earth. It is very important to protect it from pollution and damage, so it stays healthy for everyone in the future. And life went on with enjoyable moments. There were exciting parties where people celebrated with music and fashion. In sports, many important games took place, and fans supported their teams with great enthusiasm. These events bring happiness and allow people to share good times. It was a week with many different kinds of stories. Which news story from this week did you find the most interesting?
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second. and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.